This is UMAR AHMED for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. Order the Lights is back. KELL BROOK, I last saw you in New York.
UMAR, IFL, UMAR. You've gone leaps and bounds, haven't you? What's happened to you? Well, what's happened? Let's talk a bit about you. You've travelled the world, interviewing all these top athletes. What's happening? Do tell me what's happening.
I don't know, I'm supposed to be interviewing you, so...
I can't believe it. Tyson, man, he took you to that level, hasn't he? Come on.
I want to talk about you, Kel. I want to talk about you. Let's talk about DeLUCA. I'm sure British fans don't know much about him. What do you know about him?
I know that I don't know too much about him. I just know that he's an ex-Marine. You know, he's only got one blemish on his record in the fight after he avenged that and got the win. So, you know, he's basically he's unbeaten. He's unbeaten, and he's coming to take the win from me. You know, he knows that if he beats me, he's on to the big fights. But he's in with me, and I'm ready.
Last time, obviously, you'll admit yourself, disappointing in the performance against Zarafa, got the win. Does that look a little bit better now because of what he did to Jeff Horn in his first fight, or are you still not happy with that performance, Kel?
I'm not happy with it, but the win's going to look better because he beat Jeff Horn, so it's going to look better. But I weren't happy with the performance. You know, nothing to do with the training. It was more on me and going out stupid and trying to take him out in a couple of rounds. You know, because the training camp with John Fuchs were great. You know, the training camp were great. You know, I just put it down to myself, but everybody writing me off thinking that I'm past it and everything else, but I know what went off, so here we are.
What approach can we expect from you this time then, considering the last performance?
Well, we're just going to go in there and, you know, we're going to work hard in the gym before, super fit, super mentally ready, and then we're just going to stick to a game plan instead of going out there and boxing out, not even going out there to try and take it off in 3 rounds, and him like tightening up, and you know that he got through the fight. I blew myself out. You know, if I would have boxed just how I normally box, counter shots and boxed to the game plan, I would have took him out anyway. But you know, that's history now. You know, that's history. We're on to this fight February 8th. I'm going to go in there. I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. I'm going to go in there, and I really believe that I'm going to put a masterclass on.
I'm sure you're happy to be back in Sheffield, but guessing the aspiration for this year is to be fighting for world titles again in America. Is that right, Kel?
That is absolutely right. You know, I want to be a 2-time world champion this year. You know, I'm not looking past him. I'm not looking past DeLUCA. You know, because you know, let's say he does beat me, and I'm past it. I'm no good. You know, if he beats me, I'm done, retired, finished. You know, but I know that I've got loads more to give, loads more. And but talk's cheap. You know, February 8th is going to be the time where a lot of people say, you know, he's finished. But people who are close to me and what know me know that I'm not, know it, and they're going to know that a display is I'm going to perform like you've never seen.
Where do you think that world title shot comes from? Because all the titles are tied up with PBC. Obviously, there's one in Top Rank with Terence Crawford. Where do you think that shot comes from, Kel?
I don't know. You know, I don't know. You know, if they've got a title, we're coming for them. So whichever one it is, whichever one's the best to do the deal with. You know, the politics side, that's not me. I'm just a fighter. I just get in there and fight. You know, if we can make the fight, whoever's easiest to make the fight with, that's going to be the one who we fight.
I remember when I was out in New York with you before Crawford Khan, we spoke about that Terence Crawford fight. What was the situation with that? Why didn't that happen?
I believe that the Khan fight, you know, it unfolded. They didn't like it. The numbers weren't great, and I'm a Brit as well. And I think, you know, because we were having talks before, you know, but even before Khan had fought him while I was there, you know, but nothing materialised. You know, I went over. I wanted the fight. I thought the fight had happened, but nothing came of it.
Can I just get your opinion on the back and forth between Crawford and Spence on Twitter? Have you seen it?
I've seen something, yeah. I seen something the other day. You know, I seen Spence's first interview. You know, his first interview back, and he's saying that he wants to come. He don't want a warm-up fight. He just wants to jump straight back in. I used to favour Spence over Crawford, but now with the car crash and the weight he's put on and the time he's had off, and you know, I'm favouring T-Bud now.
Mentioned AMIR Khan. I don't think there's been an IFL interview we've ever done with you where his name hasn't come up. Is that completely put to bed now, or do you think that can still happen in 2020? Is it his last chance to happen this year, Kel?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I just because well, it's simple, innit? You know, he knows where I am. He knows where I am. I'm not holding nothing up. I'm not awkward. You know, I think the world knows that it's not me. He knows where I am.
I'm sure Sky Sports, Adam Smith, Eddie Hearn are pushing for it as well.
Yeah, of course. You know, listen, I'm a Sky Sports fighter. He's a SKYPE sports fighter. So, listen, he knows. Listen, I'm here. I'm ready to fight. He knows where I am. That's all I can do. What can I do?
Okay, moving on from him, I see Kronk Detroit on your T-shirt. Tyson Fury is linked up with the Kronk gym again. Goes into this Wilder rematch with Sugar Hill in his corner. What do you make of that choice, firstly, and who do you favour in that rematch?
I've got to stick with the Brit. You know, after I said I would never, because you know, being honest, I said that. I just felt that Wilder with his power and everything, when you know, and the time that he's had off, Fury and everything, I just thought that he was going to get beat. But you know, when he got up off that floor and he won that fight, you know, for him to get what he's been through and what he did that night, you know, I said I'd never ever go against him again, ever. So I'm going Fury.
What do you make of the link-up between him and Sugar Hill?
It's a weird one for me. It's weird. I don't know nothing about you know, the trainer. You know, I know Emmanuel Stewart, but he's not Emmanuel Stewart. I ain't seen nothing about him. He's obviously seen something he likes in him or whatever. So we will see.
All right, Kel, well, I think I'm going to come up to Sheffield in a couple of weeks to see you and the rest of the boys. Your dad's been great company today as well. Some character.
Oh, he's some character. Terrence.
Been showing me his camera roll.
Oh, he could go to prison for what he's got on his phone.
On that note, KELL BROOK, thank you very much. Cheers, mate.
Thank you.